Good afternoon, distinguished guests, members of the press, and partners. Today marks a monumental milestone, not just for Chinoy TV, but for the global Chinese diaspora, as we officially launch Mr. Miss Chinatown Global 2025. When Chinoy TV began, our mission was clear: to celebrate the unique identity of the Chinese-Filipino community, our values, traditions, and contributions to the larger Filipino society. Over the years, we have shared stories of resilience, heritage, and unity, resonating with audiences both here in the Philippines and across the world. Now, we are taking a bold step toward a global stage. This competition is more than a pageant. It's a platform to spotlight the stories, aspirations, and achievements of the Chinese diaspora worldwide. Through Mr. Miss Chinatown Global, we aim to foster a deeper understanding of our shared heritage while celebrating the beauty of our dual identities as Chinese by blood and citizens of our respective homelands. This vision aligns perfectly with Chinoy TV's global direction. We are committed to creating content and opportunities that bring our community closer, whether through storytelling, cultural showcases, or platforms like this event. Our goal is to unite and inspire the millions of Chinese descendants worldwide, helping them take pride in their roots while thriving in today's interconnected world. The three values, harmony, loyalty, and wisdom, represented by the three crowns provided by Crystal Bayonet, who is coincidentally my wife's name also, reflect the Confucian values that continue to guide us. These values are not just symbolic. They are the foundation of our advocacy to build bridges, promote mutual respect, and empower the next generation to carry our traditions forward while embracing modernity. We are deeply grateful to our partners, sponsors, and everyone who believe in this vision. Thank you, Manila Hotel, for hosting this presentation. Your support makes it possible for us to elevate this platform to an international level. As we embark on this journey, I invite everyone here to witness the incredible talent, creativity, and heart of our candidates. Together, let us make Mr. Miss Chinatown Global not only a celebration of culture, but also a movement that unites and inspires. Thank you, and let us look forward to an exciting competition that will redefine what it means to be proudly Chinese and proudly global.
Thank you so much. A very big round of applause. And before we begin, I would just like to remind our media guests we will be allowing or accommodating 2 questions per candidate only. Alright? We have here on stage candidate 1, Francis Wong from the Philippines. And we have any media friends who want to ask questions. All you have to do is come up near here. We have our mic here in front. Just state your name, your publication, and then your question. Go ahead. So our media friends, don't be shy. Yes, we have one already. Go ahead.
Hello, candidate number 1. My question is, what Filipino and Chinese values and traditions do you treasure most?
Chinese and Filipino values that I treasure the most. I believe it would be close bonds with family and friends. Since I was young, I was taught filial piety, to always show respect to my parents and my grandparents. And as I grew up, and as we grow and meet other friends, we realize that these values that we were taught since young extends not just within our families, but to our close friends or people that we find loyal to. So yeah, these are some things I really treasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for that question. Yes, we can accommodate one more question from our media guest. But of course, you know what, Francis, I want to get to know you more as well. You know, I know you're an architect, is that right? So was being an architect like a childhood dream, and was it something that you really pursued from the beginning, from the get-go?
Honestly, so I think it's a mix of that. See, my father is an architect, so growing up, I was exposed to this occupation. He brings me along to his job site, and at home, I see him design the various buildings. So I'm pretty sure that impacted my influence in choosing my career.
All right, thank you so much to candidate one, Francis. Looking forward to all of the buildings that you will build in the future. And now our candidate number 2, Aragon Lore, also representing the Philippines. Our floor is open for questions from our media. We have someone coming up here. Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Molly for the PM. Hi, your name is?
Aragon Lover.
Okay. My question is, how will you describe yourself as modern Chinoy, still practicing and preserving the culture and tradition? Okay.
Sorry, can you?
Okay. How will you describe yourself as a modern Chinoy, still practicing and preserving the culture and tradition?
I could say that I still practice and show my culture towards by celebrating other events such as the Chinese New Year, Pageant Festival with friends and family.
Thank you very much.
And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Aragon is actually the youngest candidate here. At what age, if I may ask?
19.
19. Do you think there are advantages of being the youngest?
It may be an advantage and at the same time a disadvantage. Because an advantage for me is because I could learn from other areas that I have behind me. And a disadvantage because it's my first time.
But of course, age is not a factor. We look forward to what you will showcase here in the first ever Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global. A big round of applause to candidate number 2, Aragon Lore. And now, all the way from Singapore, let's all welcome candidate number 3, Aravinda Rao.
Good evening, everyone.
What aspects of Chinese culture and heritage, what aspect of Chinese culture and heritage do you most look forward to showcasing in the international stage?
There's a lot of parts of my Chinese heritage that I can showcase, so I can speak Mandarin pretty fluently. There's a lot of other things, like growing up, just playing mahjong. That's not something I can showcase on the local stage. But I can sing Chinese songs. And just generally, I feel like, especially with my look, I'm of half Indian, half Chinese. And it's a lot of people wouldn't realize that I can actually do half of the things that I can do, or understand them when they speak Mandarin. So that's something I would like to showcase.
And another question, how do you balance staying true to your roots while embracing the international spotlight?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Yes, how do you balance staying true to your roots while embracing the international spotlight?
Sorry, staying true to my roots. R-O-T, okay. Thank you for that question. How do I balance staying true to my roots? I mean, I have a lot of good people to ground me back at home as well. So I've got my family. I have very wonderful parents who supported me to come to this pageant. I also have a lot of very good friends. You know, that no matter what I were to do, or if I were to ever become super famous or successful, they will definitely keep me grounded, and they will definitely, you know, be there for me, even when things don't quite go right either. At the end of the day, we're all human after all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause to candidate number 3, Aravinda Rao, all the way from Singapore. Thank you. A lot of questions of our media guests from Winners Night now. Those are thought-provoking questions. I love that. Keep them coming. Let's now welcome candidate number 4, Kirby Chen from the Philippines. Yes, I see we have a question. Do we have a question from our media guests? Please do raise your hand. And of course, our candidates will be graciously answer your question. Go ahead.
Good afternoon, this is Jay from Pageant. Hi, Kirby.
Hello.
How are you today?
Pretty good.
That's already the first question. Just kidding. Just kidding. You have one question.
Second question. So now that we are celebrating the Chinese New Year, what's your message to all the Chinese Filipino community as well as the Chinese?
Well, I think my message is just enjoy the Chinese New Year. I think based on my experience and everybody, including Pinoy and Chinese, we can all share all of the things that we know to the Filipinos who haven't really celebrated it. And I think having the welcome of the parties and the food, I think that's enough to celebrate the people, and just respecting one's traditions, I think that's pretty good.
Final question. Part question.
Go ahead.
Okay. Their question is, what has been the most difficult piece of criticism you've ever received, and how did it affect your current identity?
I can answer that. I think it was when I was a kid. I used to get bullied a lot when I was on my weight, and that really encouraged me to live a better life. And now I want to be a bodybuilder someday.
Thank you so much, Chase.
Thank you for your question. Thank you to candidate number 4, Kirby Chen. And let's welcome candidate number 5, Byron Singh from Malaysia. And to our viewers, yes, go ahead.
Hi Byron, my name is Jojo from the Pageant platform. My question is, what's your favorite Chinese tradition and why?
What is my
Favorite Chinese tradition?
Thank you so much for the question. It will have to be Chinese New Year, of course, because it's the only time that my families and friends, relatives from all over the world come together to celebrate this celebration and festival. And it brings our family bond and connection together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that question. And Byron, we heard that you had a very successful weight loss journey. Can you tell us more about it and what motivated you?
To be honest, I might say I didn't lose a lot, maybe around 10-15 kilograms, but to be honest, I believe everybody in this world will have their imperfections and insecurities. But I will focus more about improving the things that we are capable of, rather than focusing on the imperfections that we have on ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Byron Singh, candidate number 5 in New Year. Thank you so much. And next, candidate number 6, Tuan Shizing from China, Zhongguo. And to help us translate, we have Miss Shirley Chu. We will have Ms. Shirley Chu will serve as our translator. Any questions from our media guests? Okay, while we're waiting for questions, I have a question for Tuan Shi Singh. Because he won a modeling competition in China, so how will he apply this experience to MFCG?
你在中国的时候呢，得过模特大赛的冠军，那你在那次的经验学到很多，你要怎么利用那些经验在这次的环球华裔先生小姐大赛？
通过那次比赛，让我累积到了一些比赛的经验，还有一些自信。通过那次比赛也会让我更加的提升自己，使自己变得越来越优秀。然后在那次比赛之中学到了自信啊，还有就是时刻保持着状态之类的，都可以运用到这次的比赛。我觉得对我也会有很大的帮助。
During the competition, it actually improved my self-confidence. I had a lot of experiences. I learned a lot during the competition, and I think the self-confidence, self-growth I can use that so that during this Mr. and Miss Chinatown global competition.
All right. We have any questions from our media guests?
I'm Charlie from the Philippine Star. So my question is, what is one Chinese trait or values that you're most proud of and you think will help you win the competition?
在你看来呢，有什么中国华人的一个道德观念呢，是你感觉最骄傲的？那你在这次比赛呢，要怎么利用它？
就是相互尊重，己所不欲，勿施于人。
I think respect for others is one of those, and another one will be something that you don't want others to do unto you, don't do it to others also.
Thank you so much to Duan Shirsin, candidate number 6. Thank you as well to Ms. Shirley. And next we have candidate number 7, all the way from Malaysia, Ethan.
Salamat siya, Mr. Malaysia. So my question is, what Chinese Malaysian tradition, culture, or food would you want to share to everyone here in the competition?
So, being Malaysian Chinese, I grew up with both Indian and my Malay friends. And being a Chinese in Malaysia means our culture mixes constantly with theirs. So the best one that I can say would definitely be Rou Ku Cha or Bak Kut Teh. And it actually was birthed in Port Klang of Malaysia, and it's one of my favorite meals in the world. And it's basically just this broth that's so hearty and it's so warm, and you share it with your family at night after a long day at work. And that, I think, promotes all sense of what Chinese culture means, which is togetherness, family, and to be loved.
Thank you. And Ethan, what drink will you give the person who will win the crown? Whether it's you or someone else, any special drink?
So, for those who don't know, I actually was a bartender for a little bit, and I'm not trying to promote any alcohol drinking habits, but I do love me a good gin and tonic, so definitely that.
Alright, cheers to that. Thank you so much. A big round of applause to candidate number 7, Ethan Tan. Next we have candidate number 8, Jared Mendoza from the Philippines. To our media guests, feel free to come up near the mic to ask your question. Jared, I know you are in business. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
What is the biggest misconception about being a young Chinese Filipino entrepreneur?
I think the biggest misconception about being a young Chinese entrepreneur is that people think that we're a bit entitled, because when you have a business, then the parents always say, they expect you to basically follow them in the business. But what makes it different is my parents have always been so supportive about what I want, and they've always learned to accept the things that I do. And so this influenced me to actually enjoy doing the business with them instead of just feeling forced about it. So, yeah, thank you.
All right, we can accommodate one more question for Jarek. Yes, I think we have one question from our media guests. All right, Jarek, I'll be the one to ask it. So, the past few days you've been spending time with some of your co-candidates, some from different parts of the world. How was the relationship with them? How did you tell them about the Philippines?
The past relationship I had with other candidates was actually really good. There's a lot of things that I told about the Philippines, especially like the food. Like there's a lot of very famous Filipino food, as we know. In my province, there's this specialty dish in Cebu, which is lechon. So I always advertise, like whenever, since I'm from Cebu, that you should go to Cebu because there's a good lechon, and then you should also check out the beaches there because they're very
the tourist market there is growing very rapidly.
That is right. Cebu is one of my favorite places in the country as well. Thank you so much, candidate number 8, Jeric Mendoza. Next we have candidate number 9, Rafael Padilla from the Philippines. If we have questions from our media guests, and while we're waiting for some of our media guests to ask their questions, to you, Rafael, how does it feel to represent the Philippines against 3 other male candidates?
It feels great. It feels great knowing that these 3 candidates come from a background of modeling, with their experience and all that. Me being first time here, it gives me joy that I get to compete with people in this level, and I hope that I can win this pageant.
Yes, we hope so. And do we have other questions from our media guests? Well, if not, I will ask the next question for you, Rafael. What do you think is the trait that will make you bring home the crown?
I think the trait that will bring home the crown is discipline. From sleeping early because we have to get up early the next day and sticking strict to my diet, I think that helps me bring home the crown.
Alright, I love a good sleeper. Thank you so much, candidate 9, Rafael Padilla. And our final male candidate for the first ever Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global, a big, big round of applause to candidate 10, Joseph from Australia.
Hello everyone.
Yes, media guests, don't be shy. Feel free to come near our mic. Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Hi, I'm Jasmine from Starlight. So I have a question. Has there come a time where you had an identity crisis, and how did you fully accept yourself with all of them?
Can you just repeat that again?
Was there a time where you struggled with your identity, like identity crisis, because you have a lot of mixed life? So, how did you come up, or where were you able to fully accept who you are and what did you do?
That's a great question. So that is a big reason why I joined this pageant, was because I'm so mixed race. The Rituman PG inside is so strong back at home in Australia. So that kind of trumps every other culture that I have within me. But growing up around, I never used to acknowledge my Chinese heritage until I was about 16, 17 years old. Just because back home, in those younger years, when you say that you're Chinese, or you know, people find out that you're Chinese, there's a whole lot of things: bullying, snark comments, and it just got to a point where I didn't feel comfortable when I was that age to express my Chinese self. But when I got older, I just had to, fully accept it for who I am, because I was so proud to be Fijian, and I wanted to be so proud to be Chinese, and it just wasn't there because of just the experiences I experienced when I was younger. So that was definitely a pivotal point in my identity reclamation.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Joseph. And you know what, aside from being a plumber, I heard that you're also a dancer. Can you name one dance that you truly enjoy the most?
So when I say dancing, I mean a cultural Fijian dancing. So back home, me and my brothers and my cousins, we dance for special occasions. We get hired for events, for private events and weddings and stuff. So it's a bit of a, if I was to describe it for the females, it's kind of like a hula, but a little bit more slow and graceful. And then for the men, it's kind of like a haka, but a bit more faster and not as intimidating. If you'd like, I'd like to teach you how to dance if you want.
Me? Yeah. Here on stage, our beautiful, statuesque female candidates for the first ever Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global. And first off, we have candidate 11, Justine Lin from the Philippines. from our media friends, feel free to approach the mic and ask away so we can get a chance to know more about our candidates. So Justine, I know you're also a Netflix actress. So what is one role that you enjoyed the most?
Currently, I'm working with a series right now with Viva One. It's called Mutiara Section E, and it's really a big hit wattpad. And this is an adaptation from Viva Films. And I am Grace Miller there, and I really love my character. She's a mean girl, but she has the warmest heart among all of the characters. Like, she is real to herself, and it's really also about me. Like, I feel like we're on the same path, but it's a different story. And that's what I enjoy about playing roles, because you get to play about characters in a different life like that, and you get to explore and learn about other people's story.
Thank you so much. And we can accommodate one more question from our media guests. If you have questions, feel free to come near our mic. Yes, we have a question from one of our judges for today, Ms. Nicole Cordobes.
Hi, Ms. Nicole.
Hi, Justin. Being in the entertainment industry, what do you think is a value that you learned from growing up in a Chinese household that gives you an edge to work better in the industry?
And this industry is, no one is going to help you in this journey. It's only yourself. It's all about yourself, because you want to do this because it's for you. It's for me. It's for myself. It's my dream. And my parents and my Chinese culture told me, if you want this one, you always have to do good and be good to others. No matter how harsh they are to you, just always be good. Because the time will come, the perfect time will come. It will be for you. And believe me, dreams do come true. That's why I'm here today in front of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, candidate 11, Justine Lim from the Philippines. And now, candidate 12 all the way from Malaysia, Clarice Su Yong Yi. Yes, so Clarice, I heard that you're on a meatless diet. What is one meatless meal that you want to encourage others to try?
What is one meatless meal I would encourage all of you to try?
Yes.
I don't know, but I usually go about with my diet, and I am very conscious about how I think with my diet every single day. So, but to provide a very mainstream answer, I would say salad. Yeah.
All right, so salad, Caesar salad, right? Was that your answer? All right. Thank you, Clarice. And we have one more question. We can accommodate one more question for Clarice. For our judges as well, feel free to ask your questions to Clarice if you have a question. So Clarice, if ever you win Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global, what is the first thing that you will do right after you get that crown?
I would most probably call my parents.
And then tell them the good news, right? All right, thank you so much, Clarice Su Yong Yi from Malaysia, candidate 12. Now let us welcome candidate 13, Chiara Lim from the Philippines.
Hi, Chiara.
Hello.
Welcome back to the world of pageantry. Okay, my question is, if you win this competition, what important Chinese core value would you like to inculcate to the minds of the next generation and inspire them to be the best version of themselves?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay, the question is, what if you win this competition, what important Chinese core value would you like to inculcate to the mind of the next generation and inspire them to be the best version of themselves?
My advocacy for this pageant is entrepreneurship and innovation because I'm really passionate about empowering the youth to pursue their dreams and chase their ideas and make it happen and create their own opportunities for themselves. So I would like to impart those values to the next generation so that we can be able to create more opportunities for ourselves and create more jobs and empower and inspire other people as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Kiara, what do you think makes you an epitome of an inspiring woman? Medyo mahirap, sorry. What do you think makes you an epitome of an inspiring woman?
I believe what makes me an epitome of an inspiring woman is my determination and my perseverance. I've gone through a lot of hardships in life, but I don't let that stop me from pursuing my dreams. Yes, we all make mistakes. Yes, we all fear everything new, but it's important that we keep going and keep picking ourselves up every time we fall. Thank you.
That is right. Thank you so much, candidate 13, Kiara, and from the Philippines. Let's now welcome candidate 14, Candice Liang from the USA. So Candice, you actually work for the UN, is that right? Like you do diplomatic work for them. Yeah, so how does it help you? How do you think will this experience help you in your journey here at the Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global?
Thank you so much for the question. I feel extremely grateful to be able to work in the public sector. It's not as easy, not as glamorous as everyone thinks. I want to apologize in advance. There are a lot of information that I'm not supposed to talk about. And some information are not supposed to be shared in public. I would greatly appreciate it and kindly and respectfully asking the media not to write too much about it. But I am very, very grateful to be able to work in a global space where I can be the bridge between worlds to actually see the leadership, see the diplomatic work happening, and trying to make this difference and to implement the global strategies, hoping that we would be able to combat and prevent certain things from happening. So, everyone talks about like we want world peace, right? And I do believe I am doing something, actually contributing to this cause. And from the public sector to the pageantry, it's a very, very different thing. As I mentioned earlier, how I got a little bit emotional because this journey and this path is not easy for me at all. And to be able to stand on this stage again, without worrying about so much how you're going to look at me, I understand people are going to judge no matter what. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you do, they're just going to judge. It's human nature. I finally learned the importance and the beauty of embracing that and accepting it to be able to stand here to showcase to the world that, again, the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. It doesn't matter if it's the diplomatic work you want to do, if you wanted to work for the state government, if you wanted to be in the entertainment industry, and you can do anything you want, even though some people are going to tell you, no, it's delusional. But guess what? Everything is absolutely delusional until it works. So if you have big dreams and scary dreams, continue doing it until it comes true. So that's my 2 cents. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We can accommodate one more question for Candice. But as of now, Candice, you wear so many hats. And you flew halfway across the globe to come here and to compete in Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global. Why did you make that choice?
Reasons why I wanted to be here, because one, I wanted to take a leap of faith, right? Because you never know what's going to happen until you try. Two, I wanted to be here is also because I truly and deeply believe this pageant represents this incredible opportunity. Again, as I mentioned earlier, to be the bridge between worlds, to showcase my courage, my character, my culture, and my heritage. So I'll start with a personal story. At the age of 17, 18, I moved to Sri Lanka for a year doing international volunteering work. I taught English in the slums in a very poor village, and then providing humanitarian aid. That's one of the most life-changing experiences for me, where I truly realized you are never too small to do something big. And as long as you believe, I guess if you're crazy enough to think you can change the world, you can really change the world. And I wanted to stand on this stage because I wanted to utilize this platform to tell everyone who have big dreams in the world that if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. And just because you're younger, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything. You're not capable of doing anything. Just because you're older doesn't mean that you're running out of time to do the things or to go after your wildest dreams. And then that's also one of the reasons why I moved to New York City for Colombia, to continue pursuing my wildest dream, and also my reasons for coming to the Philippines all the way across from the world, trying to make this positive impact, trying to make this difference, trying to be this good example and good influences for the little girls in the world. How important to have education, how important to believe in yourself. Because again, to me, and my reason, I believe winning is not just about a title. It's about believing in yourself and liking yourself for who you are. And no matter what the results are, I do believe we are, not just us standing on stage, everyone here, but also each and everyone sitting over here. You are beautiful. We are all beautiful in our own unique and different ways. Because true beauty and true love starts from within and starts with yourself. So I hope you guys can always remember that. So don't forget about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Candice. We have candidate number 14 and 15, Zhang Luoxi from China. We have our translator, Miss Shirley. Candidate 14, Candice, thank you so much, but we already have Miss Shirley who will help us translate. Thank you, Candice. Miss Shirley, thank you for helping us. Any questions from our media? We do have one question. Go ahead.
Channel, this is Jay from Pageant. My question for you is, what are you looking forward for this first ever Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global?
那你在这次的环球华裔先生小姐选美大赛，你期待经历什么呢？期待在这次的选美赛中，你期待经历什么？对这次的选美赛，你有什么期待？
首先，我是一名来自中国的大学生，我想在这个舞台尽我所能去弘扬中国的传统文化，让更多人去了解、喜爱中国文化的博大精深。
I come from China, and in this competition, I would like to promote the Chinese culture, let more people understand the beauty of the culture.
然后，让更多人去认识和了解到中国女性的美，它是中华上下5000年汇聚成的一种美，是优雅、自信、从容、善良、正直。
And to understand also the beauty of Chinese women, which already has 5,000 years of history, which is elegance, confidence, kindness, and genuine and intelligent.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah. May baon na Chinese. Okay, we have one more question. Any other question from our media guests? So I will be asking Zhang Luoxi, why do you think Oriental models are getting a lot of attention right now? Shirley?
现在呢，近期内呢，很多东方脸孔、东方模特呢很受关注。那你觉得这是为什么？就是近期东方脸孔、东方模特，对面孔，东方模特呢很受关注、很受欢迎。你觉得这是为什么？
首先我觉得东方模特有东方模特的美，西方模特也有西方模特的美。很多东方模特就是说，会有一些不自信的状态，但是我觉得这是不对的。然后近几年中国人不断的去提升自己的文化内涵，去不断的增强自己的自信，让中国面孔走向全世界。不再是觉得中国人的五官只是对中国美的评判，只是说黄皮肤、单眼皮、塌鼻梁，会有各种各样越来越多的中国美展示，向全世界来展示。
I think the Eastern and the Western faces have their own amour, have their own different people will like different faces from each of the cultures. I think sometimes the Chinese or the Eastern faces have less confidence. That's why before they're not as popular. But now they have more confidence. They have their values that they want to explore and self-growth also. So nowadays the yellow race, the single eyelid, the phoenix eye, and maybe less a flatter nose are more popular right now because of confidence, and now they can actually showcase their talents to the world.
因为我觉得模特它不仅仅要有美丽的外在、优雅的体态，它更要具备有内涵、有高尚的品德。所以说近几年中国的东方模特在不断的去提升自己，不仅仅是外在美，更多的也要去提升自己的内在美。
I think as a model, it's not only how you are beautiful in the outside, but also inner beauty. So a lot of people right now are growing not only their beauty in the outside, but also beauty in the inside, and also values that they bring and show to the other people.
All right, thank you so much, CSA Rosie. Thank you as well to Shirley for translating for us. Up next, we have candidate 16, Juliet Louis from Hong Kong.
So my question for you is, with Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global focusing on culture and tradition, do you think that the pageant or the competition should focus more on accomplishments, on intelligence, on good behavior and attitude, more than surface beauty and what?
There's a lot of things that I think Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global stands for, and it's all of that. I think we're given points on not just our character and our outer beauty, but also our kindness. And if we are a team player, if we can show leadership, I think those are the things that highlight what could be an amazing ambassador for Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global. So yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right, thank you for that question. And Julian, you were actually a controversial MU Hong Kong winner. I heard that. What's your message to people who said negative things about you?
I think that when you are going through something like that and people are trying to tell you who you are, how you're supposed to feel, what to do, I think the best thing to do is to cancel the noise and listen to your heart, listen to who you are, and remember why you're here. Because nobody can tell the truth other than yourself. You know yourself best. You have the confidence to show it, and all you need to do is just continue listening to that voice, and that voice is you. You're your own competition, and this is your life, so take back control, and that's my message to everyone out there.
Thank you so much, candidate 16, Juliet Louis from Hong Kong. Next, we have candidate 17, Rebecca Black, all the way from Singapore. Hi, Rebecca. So, Rebecca, you had 2 Filipino nannies. What is the greatest lesson that your 2 Filipino nannies has taught you?
Salamat sa question. 2 values that I've learned from my 2 wonderful nannies is to be kind to others. They have been with my family for over 20 years, and they have always been very warm, and to me that is the this, what Filipinos are. So when I came here, I just thought that, well, I just felt at home. So the same way, I just want to be kind to people so that they know that Singapore is a warm country as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And of course, our mic is here for any of our media guests who would like to ask questions. Feel free to come near the stage and ask away. So Rebecca, you mentioned a while ago that Philippines feels like home for you. What do you think are similarities of Filipino and Singaporean culture?
Thank you for the question. I think two things that is very similar is that firstly, we are all Southeast Asian and we respect our elders. And I think that is very important because when we respect our elders, we learn and we think that, there are things that when we make mistakes, there are things that we can grow from. Just like in this pageant, this is my second international and I've learned from my past pageant this thing. And I think this is a very important thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate 17, Rebecca Quek from Singapore. Let's now welcome candidate 18, Chris Nicole Go from the Philippines.
Hi, good morning. Good afternoon. You look so beautiful. I have a question. Since this pageant is all about culture and traditions, I want to ask you, someone who's modern China, I want to ask your thoughts about love and marriage. What are your thoughts on mixed marriages or traditional Chinese marriages? And would you want to marry someone who has Chinese blood for the rest of your life?
I believe that we should always respect our traditions and cultures, but we must also, as a modern Chinai, we must also not hinder love. Because we need love that is actually comfortable and love that would actually feel that it will last forever.
Thank you for that question. And Chris, you represented Philippines in Miss Aura International. How was it representing the Philippines internationally?
It was actually so great, and once again, it's an honor to be here representing the Philippines once again. And to bring the Philippines sash is so much special. But here in Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global, it makes me get so much more special because not only that I'm competing for the crown, but also we have the chance to retrace our roots, culture, and heritage, and share diverse stories of each and every one.
Thank you so much, candidate 18, Chris Nicole. Gwyneth Howe, also from the Philippines. So Gwyneth, what is one particular activity or challenge in the pageant so far that you are most proud of overcoming?
Okay, so far in this pageant, well, a little fun fact about me, I'm actually a very private person. I don't really post much, but after joining Mr. and Miss Chinatown Global, it's been a challenge to post about my day and to post pictures about myself and what I've been doing. And after a while, I realized that it's actually a very fun thing to do, to just post for pictures or just try to smile for the cameras. And overall, I really like matching the soundtrack with the photos that I take. So it's really been a fun experience. Thank you.
Maybe this is the first step to your content creator life, Ira. Any questions from our media guests? All right, Gwyneth. As soon as, in case you win the crown, will this be the first step of you want to be an actress? What's your future plans?
If God is willing, it's been a dream of mine to go into the industry and to try to do a little acting, a little singing. I really love theater as a kid. I've been watching musicals, I've been performing in them. I'm actually the president of my drama guild at high school, and I've been doing lots of activities, lots of in the arts, and it's really fun. I really love it, and I'm really passionate about it. And hopefully in the future, I can explore more about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate 19, Gwyneth Howe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, last but definitely not the least, candidate 20, Janina and Louis from Australia.
Hi Janina, welcome back. I'm Armin Janina from the Philippine Daily Inquirer.
Hi, thank you.
May I know how transformational was your previous pageant experience that helped you become the woman that we are facing right now?
Joining Miss Universe Philippines last year was certainly a life-changing experience for me. I'm an accounting graduate, and I planned my future and thinking that I was just going to be behind a laptop for the rest of my life. And I was really blessed with the opportunity to represent Sydney in this competition that really opened my eyes to what pageantry really does. It allowed me to connect to my Filipino, Australian, and Chinese community. And now that I've been able to found Hello Philippines, which is an initiative to reconnect the youth to their roots, we actually did a tourism project to bring them together to get to know the country, love the people, and now they're so united and active in the community. And I want to further do that, and that's why I'm here today, not expecting to do a pageant this year, and so I'm so grateful for the pageantry experience that has led me to where I am now.
Thank you very much, and the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Julie from Cisco. So my question is, what lesson do you hope to learn from your fellow candidates?
This is my first international pageant, so it's so wonderful to be with candidates from all over the world. In less than 3 days, I've already learned so much more about my Chinese culture, and so I'm actually learning from each individual more about their country as well. And I'm finding that even though they are across the world, we may be distant apart, but there's so much similarity within us, and that's the Chinese blood that stays within us because of our values, our Chinese values that stay strong no matter where we are in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause to candidate 20, Janina and Louis. Thank you as well to our media friends for your engaging questions. Congratulations to our candidates. It wasn't an easy task facing our Filipino press, but you all did a great job. Once again,